I will cast magic missile at the barrel.
One. There are two. One is a plant barrel, and the other one is a barrel.
The plant barrel.
It's the plant
Okay.
barrel and the feral barrel.
There you go. The plant barrel and the ferro barrel. Say that 3 times fast.
Now make sure to roll to hit to see if you hit with magic missile.
It hits.
I know, I'm being cheeky.
Right, it's 1d4 plus 1, right?
I believe. Yeah.
Okay. I almost
Wow.
max damage. Max, not Mac.
That is 14 damage, yes?
That is not 14 damage.
I see
That
5
is
of 4. Oh, I missed a
19.
5 there.
19 damage.
Okay. You deal 9 damage.
9 out of. Okay.
Wait, did I round up right? 19 half. Yeah, 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your attack seems to work less than it should.
Are we.
It seems that this barrel is resistant to magical attacks.
Ah.
Okay. Uh. Well,
Hey Brox,
yes.
could I make a religion check to see if I could determine if this plant barrel is the source of my magical woes?
You could.
Oopsies. Right.
It would seem this plant barrel is exactly the problem.
Very good. She will, after saying that spell, she'll look up. We should kill that thing quickly. It's suppressing magic.
Well, that's unfortunate for a druid and artificer.
Yeah. Try having a single spell you can cast because of it.
Yeah.
Since OC figured it out, anything that is not strictly, or anything that has a somatic spell component will not work. Because of this strange magic.
All of my spells except for one require somatic components. Even my cantrips.
Ah, that's unfortunate. So does Shillelagh.
So I believe it is one of our Vex's turn.
It is, in fact,
Oh.
a chest in another corner of the room that nobody noticed. Start moving.
Hold on. Wait, what? True sight? True sight!
True sight only detects invisible, not stealth.
There was a chest.
Oh, wait.
I'm not seeing the problem here.
True sight is specifically for invisibility.
Not-
That's why stealth beats true sight.
And apparently neither did
It-
character.
Also, I had him roll against your passive perception plate. You didn't notice.
Oh. Automatic. Okay. Wait, I can see.
I told you, I've been playing the whole time.
I can detect visual illusions too.
He's not a visual
It's
illusion. though.
technically
He
not
is a
a-
chest.
It is not an. Fair enough.
The chest is moving right now. That's what's happening. No illusion is happening.
He's not an illusion pretending to be a chest. He is a chest.
You know,
So I
that's
think-
fair. I don't know mimics.
I think after hearing what Annabelle said, I am going to shift from my initial target to the plant mimic. And I'm going to go for my attack.
Please do.
Just remember what my numbers are here. Those are my numbers. Okay, cool.
I was under the presumption that all these things were wiped out. Apparently they missed a few.
They're all here.
Eminence.
It's a convention.
Once a myth, today you saw 3 in the same room. You hit.
Excellent. So then that means I get to roll damage.
One question. Are you aiming specifically, since you're engaging in melee, are you aiming specifically for the bear or the plant?
I think I'm going to go for the barrel because I think that's
Okay.
what I'm expecting to be the real target. Also, I'm hitting it with a pseudopod
Okay.
because I'm going to use my bonus action to grapple it.
Okay. Works for me. So you're gonna grapple a creature that's has another creature on top of it. This is gonna be
Yes.
fun.
Welcome to the conga line. And that was plus that. Okay.
I've seen this kind of movie. I want out.
You do 15. Can you tell me the damage types again, real quick?
This would be bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning, all of it.
Yep.
Okay. You deal.
The bite is the fancy one.
Okay, you deal 15 damage. The barrel looks as if it is going to fall apart any time now. The plant, however, looks fine. Well, somewhat fine. It did get bitten.
Agitated.
There you go, agitated. Is that your turn, or do you want to do something else?
That is all of my actions. So yes, that is my turn.
Okay. Didn't you want to do a bonus action?
I did. Or like, do I have to roll for that? Like, okay, so I probably should. Grapple.
Do believe you did.
It's usually
That's what I was choosing to do, but yeah. Okay,
it's typically an opposed athletic or acrobatics or something like that.
I think you are correct.
In this case, choose whichever one's higher for you.
I mean, I built around one of these, so. Oh, I think I got him.
What'd you roll?
Oh, natural
wrong
20.
channel.
Yeah, in video games.
Oh,
Oh. Okay. Well, you rolled in the wrong channel, so it doesn't work. I mean,
Ah,
no,
sweet.
It works. It works, and what is the total?
Total is 29.
That one won't help. Okay, it fell. You very much grapple this dude.
It's extra grappled.
It can't really be prone, but it is grappled.
I'm not worried about it being prone.
Okay, after that, 3 gnomes take their turns and move closer, and decide between the party and the thing biting the thing that it's English. I know it. I swear. Oh.
English is hard.
They look at the party. They look at the box glumping the barrel, and they look at the barrel glumping the barrel. They decide to
It's a mimic
glump. They decide to glump the barrel glumping the barrel that's being glumped by the box.
Excellent.
So they all jump on the third mimic, or the second mimic that appeared in this room. They are going to do pretty nasty bites. One critical fail, and another one, a perfectly average 10.
How bipolar?
So, the critical will do...
I should probably stop looking at video games and start looking to the right channel too, huh?
How many d6s do I have? 1, 2,
That's
6
paddling.
d6s.
No, Mythos
That's
is
a
the
lot of
paladin.
damage. All of these. The one that rolled a critical bites this barrel that's biting the barrel that's presumably their master. that barrel does not look happy at all at this bite. In fact, it looks very damaged. The other gnomes missed somehow trying to bite. They try to bite the box, but their teeth don't get a grip. They end up clenching their jaws really hard, and it hurts their teeth. It is now Celios's turn. Sorry, combat's taking longer than I expected.
Alright.
There's a lot of mysterious parties in this one.
And combat just takes a while in general, so.
To be fair, this is what happens when you get like 3 mimics with different intentions involved.
Why do you think Battle of the Five Armies was such a long movie?
Mimics.
Because Peter
Yes.
Jackson wanted money. I mean,
Nah, mimics.
oh, mimics. Okay. Everything
Peter
was.
Jackson's been a mimic this entire time.
Ah,
There's actually an interesting story about that, about the Hobbit movies. That'll be later.
I like the Hobbit movies and their link, okay? Nah.
No.
Anyways,
It's,
look
it's
this up.
just behind the scenes stuff, not for the
Alright.
scenes.
Let's finish
You
that
are
first.
prone.
Who is?
Celios is prone. She fell from the ground. Fell from the ceiling, almost.
Alright, so half her movement is getting up. How far
Yep.
away are the gnomes?
There are no gnomes close, considering they all ran to, or 3 of them ran to, glomp the box, or the barrel. And the other 3 are on the other side of the room approaching. So there are no gnomes close, and the barrel is 30 feet away from you.
I am going.
Or the pile of boxes and barrels is 30 feet away from you.
I am going to move. I'm going to move. How do I say this? Like, I'm going to move toward the gnomes, but keep close to the party and just keep a ready stance to attack the first gnome that comes close.
You're readying an action to attack any gnome that approaches you
Yes.
or the party. Okay.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
It is the other mimic's turn. The one that's not a plant mimic and not on your team. It's his turn. He very angrily swallows he swallows all of the gnomes that are on top of him in one gulp. That is his turn.
I respect his efficiency, if nothing else.
That was 2 natural 20s for attack, so I just gave him the third for free. The last 3 gnomes in the room are on the other side, no longer approaching the barrels. It is Mythos. Your turn.
I'm still grabbed by those vines, right?
You are.
I'll make a athletics check to break free.
You could attack them too. You can choose which one you want.
I'll attack them.
Okay. Make your attack. That hits.
And it's just one that got me, or is there 2?
There's 2.
Extra attack on the other.
Okay. That also definitely hits. Roll
Alright.
damage combined, please. I'm just gonna clump their HP pools real quick, considering they're distracted.
But as you can see, they're distracted to the point of vexation.
Hey.
That's another negative brownie point, Josie. You're 2 in the hole right now. They both fall apart to your strikes. You are now free to move, and there are no longer... Actually, no. There are only 1 set of vines. 2 sets. Both went for Annabelle. 2 sets of vines left. Do you wish to do anything else?
I'm going to start making my way towards the plant mimic.
The plant mimic that's being grappled by a box mimic that's being attacked by a barrel mimic, right?
Yep. Mimic's gotta go.
Okay. You have how much movement speed?
I believe. Yeah, 30.
Well, you are within 5 feet of the mimic pile. That is your turn, I think. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Annabelle, what do? You are prone.
And quite vexed.
You know what? That one's double. You're 4 brownie points. Brownie points.
You realize this is not going to discourage OC.
I will make you buy me brownies if you get to negative 10.
see my latest post.
Well, see, I will make you buy me brownies if you get to negative 10 brownie points. Got it?
I accept this punishment. It's well worth it.
You need to chill out on the Vex funds.
Why, are you feeling vexed by them?
Oh my god! I'm not gonna give you one for that one because that one was good, but continue this trend and you'll start getting more.
And this is quite the
more,
vexing
And
conundrum.
there will be a reckoning. Anyways,
Alright.
Anyways, what do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and there's not a whole lot I can do. Nobody's really injured, correct?
Other than the mysterious mimic that you are unsure if is on your side or not.
the feral one.
The feral one.
I'm not
Don't
gonna
yell
worry
that.
about that. I have a feeling that whole situation over there is gonna resolve itself eventually. So, I'm going to. Who's the next person that goes after me?
Who goes after you is top of the round.
Top of the
Wait,
round.
no. Wait. I'm a dumb, and I skipped Vex's turn. Vex, you can take it after Annabelle. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I messed up the turn because you're just a side note here on everybody else's
I'm just that sneaky.
You escaped my notes, you're that sneaky.
You didn't even see me on the initiative tracker.
Wow, that's a stealth score.
It really is.
And I gave it to you.
You have made a
Oh, well.
mistake.
I am going to do a very player thing.
Uh-huh. What does that mean?
Okay.
It means I'm about to get asked a question that's very
No.
niche.
No,
Oh no, I think this is a better to ask forgiveness than permission type of situation. So
Oh
we'll
boy.
Yes. So
called it.
she's fallen. She looks up.
She has fallen and can't get up, except she can with half her movement speed.
And she. Hold on a second. I remember what my holy symbol is. Okay. She produces a small gravestone made of bone with Kelmvor's like scales engraved on it, because why not? And she looks at the plant and she yells at it, "Kelmvor, strike you down!" That is my channel divinity. The next hit that it suffers, it's vulnerable to all damage.
That is good.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, and the player shenanigans is me knowing, oh, Vex is going next, and yes, I'll use this ability.
Vex! Yeah, assuming Annabelle is done, 'tis your turn.
Okay.
You are grappling the barrel.
I sure am.
I will note, the plant has eyes and the barrel has eyes.
Oh, that's fascinating.
And I
That-
specifically
It is unclear if they are one or two creatures at this point.
Either way, both of them are valid targets, though.
Yes.
Actually,
OC, I will also say that you couldn't tell if it was the plant or the barrel causing a magical disturbance.
But they are two separate targets, correct?
Technically, yes.
I
You can
guess-
aim for plant or you could aim for barrel. Plant was looking pretty fine, barrel is not.
Okay, because the reason I ask because if it's two different targets, I'm targeting the plant. I'm hedging my bets on the plant.
Okay.
so first attack, going for a bite on the barrel.
Okay. That hits.
Excellent. That means this is the wacky one.
This is the wacky one. I like this fight.
Yeah. That's that. Because now I'm doing 2 damage types. I'm biting him. Chomp.
Nom and chomp.
Tell me which one is the poison.
The second,
Acid, whatever. Is it
the
poison
second-
or acid?
the second D4 is the acid.
Okay.
We'd have to figure out what the sneak attack amounts to.
I don't believe I did actually say that, Snow, but okay. I'm gonna give you a brownie point for that one. I enjoy it well enough. What is your sneak?
I don't know. I don't know if it tells me like what type of damage it is, and I don't know how that
Oh,
interacts. with
type
weapons.
of damage is based on the weapon, and teeth, bite is piercing.
Okay.
So, you lucked out. Piercing is full damage, and acid is double damage.
Oh, is that before vulnerability?
No, the vulnerability is on the plant.
The vulnerability is on the
okay.
plant.
So I'm not hitting that yet.
The plant, you don't know what its strengths and weaknesses are yet.
Gotcha.
But can you double the damage on the acid?
That would be 20.
You said it was
that
the
would be-
first D4, right?
No, the second one. So that'd be 21.
21. Okay, it takes 21 damage.
All right.
The barrel falls apart.
Okay.
The pair of eyes closes.
Hmm.
It somehow seems happy about this result.
I was not expecting that, but
Thank you.
Not exactly, OC, but you don't exactly understand, which is what it says.
this says
Vex, you do understand what it says.
mhm.
It says thank you.
This has troubling implications, but it does not change what I'm doing. Bonus action.
Okay, do your bonus action. I will say, since you broke the barrel, you were no longer grappling.
That is correct. I think I'm just gonna. Do I want to bop the plant?
It's currently vulnerable. So
It is currently vulnerable.
Mhm.
Sure, I will attack the plant.
Okay. I will say you were kind of cutting it close on the minute turn timer that I have been keeping track
Okay.
of behind the scenes.
And I miss.
Yes, you do. Unfortunately.
To be fair,
Does
my
the
turn.
vulnerable last until it gets attacked, OC?
Yeah, and basically until it gets hit.
Okay.
The first thing that hits it, the vulnerability procs.
Top of the round, the barrel is out of the count.
But
Much
could-
to its own pleasure, it is out of the count. Plant is going to try to get this barrel off of it.
the toy
Ones do not accomplish the goal that it wants to achieve.
device seem very bipolar.
Annabelle,
Hi, I currently have vines around.
that one set of vines that missed, unfortunately I rolled the d6 and it rolled 1, which is you, is going for you again.
Well, I assume I have
They are,
disadvantage since I am prone and
You are
grappled.
disadvantaged and is going for your hands.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. I rolled a 4 and a 5 on the d20.
You are completely, wholly immobile at this point. And
I
lifted
mean-
into the air.
I mean, technically speaking, I am holy, so yes.
Okay, I like that one enough that it's not a negative, but
that one balances out.
it's not a brownie point, but it isn't a negative. But,
I like to
yes,
imagine you just got one of each, so they.
you have been lifted off the ground by the second set of vines. You are no longer capable of somatic types, even if you want it, even if they worked.
That's
Which they don't. The barrel stopped, and the barrel's there, and you still sense that magic won't work.
okay. So I did pick my target correctly. Very good.
But you are limited to verbal components only.
That's fine. The only spell I want to cast is verbal only. So
Okay, after that, it is ethereal. Your turn. One of your friends is dangling in the air by her hands and legs. The barrel has fallen apart in 2 pieces. And the plant is very angry. There are gnomes approaching this plant.
I'm gonna shoot the plant with my short bow, because why not?
It is vulnerable to all damage, so if you hit, you will deal double.
Do you have anything bigger?
Assuming that it's resistant to magic, no.
Oh, right.
That 12 does not hit.
Oops.
I swear all these freaking gnomes is gonna take it. I'm gonna be so mad.
Well, if that's your turn,
Yeah.
OC, what you fear has come to pass.
Let me double check to make sure it's the next creature. I just want to double check. Because maybe it's the next ally.
If it's next ally, I shall be sad.
Cleric starts with the C, yes. So it's towards the front of the book. Alright, let's see. You or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature, so it's ally of yours.
Dang it.
Get bamboozled.
This gnome will only attack with 6d6 instead of 12d6.
Oh, I
It's
see.
attacking. Since the barrel is gone, all the gnomes are turning on the plant. That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a 13. That's also a hit.
So we've now we've increased the number of factions in this battle right now.
Yes. Now you have plant versus gnome versus party, gnome versus party versus plant, barrel versus plant versus party, party versus gnome versus plant.
And has anyone gotten the chance to speak to Vex to verify that he's on our side?
No,
Nope.
you just see mimics going at it.
And there's
There's a big mess of storage containers
Are
in the
you
whole
kidding me? That's not. You have 66 and you deal 6 damage? The plant is not dead, it takes 6 damage. Mythos, it's your turn.
Well,
I'm infuriated. All of you are going into burn later pile.
Well, I'm having fun.
That's unacceptable.
yeah, there's one more faction. Brox's dice versus him.
True. That would be the us versus Brox's dice.
so the plant, I'm in range of it.
You are literally touching the plant. You are
That
right
plant-
there, getting
that-
slobbered on by mimics.
Yeah, that plant is. That plant going down.
Do your attacks. You will most likely kill this plant. Or presumably plant. Nobody's ever seen something like this before. Also, all of you, real quick, make a saving throw.
Oh, what saving throw?
Wisdom.
Oh boy.
Does my second attack hit?
Your second attack does hit.
Don't forget, you do double damage in the first one.
Yep. Roll your first attack, then your second attack and damage. The first one will be double.
So wait. Just the die roll will be doubled?
Adjusted die roll, I believe. Unless,
Well, no,
let's see it.
It's vulnerable to all damage, so basically you'll be functionally be doing double damage.
Okay, so just roll as if it was a crit. On the first. So literally do 3 attacks worth of damage. That's what you're rolling here. If it doesn't kill it, I am going to Rocks Fall everything.
Oh no.
Okay, so first attack rolling as if it were a crit.
Yes. Annabelle is the only one.
To be fair, wisdom is my highest save.
Annabelle is the only one that notices scrying is happening.
I haven't made my wisdom save yet.
Okay. It's dead. Thank you. The plant explodes in ice magic.
14 wisdom save.
Yeah, you don't notice you're being scryed on. You're being scryed on.
Surprised by the way.
Mythos, you are blasted with a wave of just pure cold magic as this creature that you stabbed explodes and covers you in plant guts, whatever those look like. It's plants. You're covered in leaves. There you go. That's plant guts, leaves. All sorts of different types of leaves.
Leaves.
Maple leaves, all sorts.
Like leaves, sap, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, Annabelle, you feel a very big surge of holy energy return to the room, as if it was being suppressed. Clint, you can also detect holy stuff, right? Or was that Galarian?
That was me.
Yes.
Galarian, you notice a humongous increase in the holiness of this place. Yeah, it explodes. You're covered in maple syrup.
Do I take falling damage, or was I?
Yes, you
stretched
do
out on the
take falling
ground?
damage.
Very good.
I will roll that. You land on your face, take 4 damage.
Not my beautiful face.
No, no.
That's exactly why I chose your face.
My precious modeling career.
Exactly why I chose your face. Anyway, plant guts I have determined are maple syrup.
Mm.
You're covered in sticky maple syrup.
How very Canadian of you.
How concerning.
This was a Canadian wizard. Anyway,
You didn't tell me Canada
Well-
existed on this planet.
Throughout this entire time that I'm being covered in maple syrup.
you might want to watch out when you step outside. Those cannibals might want you. Anyway, anybody who wants to, please make an investigation check. Investigating this strange creature that you've never seen before. Also, in the
we're
distance.
We're not done fighting.
You're not. I'm dumb. The box that was on top of this plant falls to the ground and takes. That. This box isn't happy.
I don't think this box is ever happy.
It is upside down, prone.
Mm.
Its turn is skipped because of this. It is kind of concussed
Excellent.
and pissed. That was Mythos' turn. Annabelle! You're prone! Do it!
Okay. She's gonna get up.
Wait, where's my
You
turn?
don't know. I'm so stupid.
Did you skip Vex again?
It'll be better next time when I'm properly in the party.
I just have so many initiatives randomly everywhere because they're just. Oh.
They just keep springing up and going away, all of it.
Wait, no! Gnomes go before you. The gnomes jump on the box. 3 more gnomes. The last 3 gnomes. Awesome! That one, that 2. Gnomes don't matter. It's Vex. Your turn. There are 3 gnomes that are on the box, and you, right near the box because it fell to the ground.
Okay.
Barrel. It's a barrel.
Um.
You're the only one who knows that this thing is hostile.
Well, I mean, I'm killing it either way, so. It's like effectively prone. Does that mean I get advantage on attacks, or do I need
You
to?
do.
Like... Okay, I'm just gonna wail on it then, or bite it, I guess.
I'm gonna say don't bother rolling damage. Just give me attack rolls.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cause yeah,
Ah,
that's 6 damage. Okay, yeah. How does this happen?
I think I'm basically just gonna like bite him in half, and then
You bite him.
consume the pieces if I have the
His-
opportunity.
His wood is now in your belly,
Excellent.
along
are the-
with whatever mimic guts he had.
Are the gnomes still hostile?
The gnomes are surprisingly not hostile, but they do fall to the ground and shatter.
I guess that is a way to become not hostile.
They were smiling when they fell to the ground, as if something happened when the plant died.
Troubling.
Now, combat is actually over as a
Now we-
mimic that the party does not know consumed the other mimic.
Hold up. Hold up. Annabelle does not know this mimic is free.
Uh-uh. You
Annabelle's
don't
gonna
know which
stand
one.
up,
Uh-huh.
and she's gonna look at that clump of mimics that were sitting there, and she's gonna cast Create Bonfire on that spot. And everything that's in that 5-foot square, which is actually just that, needs to make a saving throw.
All right.
As she stands up, looking rather irritated, and with a snap of her fingers, a bonfire fills the area.
This is what kind of saving
This
throw
is
is this?
adding a +5 to this insight check to figure out what the hell this was, right? You know this, right?
DC 15, Dex.
DC 15 Dex. All right.
Yes. Also, apologies.
Ah,
Oh no, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Alright, well, here's some damage.
Also, Vex, you might want to say something before she sets you on fire further. I've been stalking you! I'm on your team!
Actually, I'm gonna go with, you know, the bartender's gonna be pissed at that.
Also, bartender, you hear and can assume from hearing this that he was spying on you. Good job!
But then, at that point, upon hearing that, she will quite surprise and kill the fire.
You want to introduce
Appreciate it.
yourself, Vex.
That's an interesting question.
Hello, my name is Vex. You killed my mimic. Prepare to die.
She
No,
It
you
looks-
killed my mimic. Prepare to be thanked.
she looks at the chest. Are you in the employ of the local authority?
Implying the sheriff bartender.
That's a
Mayor.
complicated question. But suffice to say, we had the same assignment here.
I see. She lowers her hand. Then my apologies. If you will allow me, I shall mend your wounds.
In the circumstances, I suppose I can't blame you. I would appreciate that.
Well, I shall cast. I'm tempted to do a cast of level 3 healing word just because I can.
I will say this is the last combat, so well, yeah.
You know
So
what?
people are long rest. So
You can get away with that, yeah.
I'm gonna cast my only spell that has only a verbal component. Dang it! So prepare to get healing worded.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cancel you completely.
Fortunately, I actually don't care that much. I just found it hilarious when I sat there. I was like, oh, well then. I guess I'll die? Question mark.
Snow has brought to the attention that there's a gnome in the corner smiling at everybody.
Is that all he's doing?
That's all he's doing.
Then I'm leaving him well alone.
Give me a health check. I'm just double checking because this was asked.
What is magic type that you're casting? It's OC?
Evocation is the school.
Evocation's the school. The gnome, he runs up to you,
Okay.
doing nothing but smiling at you. No.
Is this Snow's new
It gives
character?
Annabelle a hug.
No.
She looks down at the thing.
OC, I am sorry and maybe happy to inform you that this gnome will never stop following you as long as you live now. Like, actually,
She looks out.
Friend acquired. I'm not seeing the problem here.
Hello.
this gnome is now bound to you.
She reaches down and gives it a little pat on the head.
It does a smile in its ceramic face.
Well then,
But
nice to meet you.
Snow, As much as you were joking, you actually made me remember that if a gnome survived, it was supposed to do this.
Well, now that we are no longer attempting to kill each other, allow me to introduce myself. I am Annabelle Farnsworth.
It skips introductions and crawls up your dress, like
Actually-
out the outside.
Actually, she
I
was
think-
saying that.
I think
she-
that was
On the
directed at me.
outside.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Once there's calling up her, she sort of looks down and a bit surprised and just kind of like, sure.
It perches atop your shoulder. You now
add-
have
it
a
adds to-
gnome.
It adds to the ambiance.
She
You will
pats it.
figure out things about this gnome in later times. For now, you have a gnome on your shoulder that will never leave.
Okay, she pats it and then eats it out the window. I'm just kidding.
You try to eat it. It seems pretty cemented to your shoulder.
It is uneatable.
I like
If you need some privacy, just stick it in the coffin.
I like to imagine it does that cartoon thing where like you throw it and then turn around and it's right back there.
It does that. There you go. Anyway, sorry
Yes,
about
we're
interrupting
calling-
your.
So we're calling it
up.
Pinky?
So yes.
yes, Annabelle introduces herself to Vex.
Vex seems to consider for a moment before just simply saying, "Name's Vex. Nice to finally meet you face to face, I suppose."
You
I've
cut out a
been
little
stalking you.
I'm not gonna tell them that.
bit. You cut out a little bit.
Name's Vex. Nice to finally meet you face to face, I suppose.
Yes.
After you say that, Vex, the bartender's voice can be heard quite clearly in this room. Have you found the whiskey bottle yet?
Yes, they have.
Good. Don't kill each other.
We've already accounted for that.
Meet me
Nobody's
back at the
dead.
bar when you're done.
Very
Yes.
well.
So,
Yes, I suppose we should all meet back there.
so how long have you been down here?
Few minutes.
So you were not part of this menagerie then?
That's a complicated question. Strictly speaking, only one of the three mimics present was residing here.
I'm guessing the giant one.
Inside chat.
She gets a quizzical look on her face. Were you here when those other ones?
Sorry, say again?
Were you here when those other ones showed up?
Let's just say there's been a surprising amount of activity here. Leave it at that.
I suppose I can't blame you for discretion. It is wise to exercise.
Hmm.
That
I
said,
haven't lived this long by being stupid.
she gives a nod. That said, if you all, pardon me, I'll meet you back at the bar. I simply wish to take a look at this thing, and she'll wander over to both the mimic and the plant thing and begin examining them.
Oh look, somebody. Inside check. Roll it.
All right.
Or investigation,
I do
whichever one
medicine?
you want. No.
Darn.
This is not something described in any textbook or anything before.
You said you said investigation was an option.
Yes, investigation's also an option.
Okay. Actually, what are the two? Is investigation or?
Inside.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use that one then, because that one's even better.
Oh yeah, I'll use insight.
Yeah,
2.5.
how, y'all check out the plant thing, right?
Yeah, they're looking
yeah.
at what the heck that creature was.
Okay, I'm going to use insight.
This time
Okay.
This time I will cast guidance because I actually have time to do so beforehand.
True.
Ooh.
What does a natural 20 give me?
Oh. Well, I'm going to explain it to Mythos, and the rest of you rolled high enough to get most of it. Definitely.
Yes.
So,
Clint, how are you-
Mythos,
how are you guys doing?
After looking very closely for quite a few minutes, you have come to the assumption that some very, very rare and peculiar things happened here. In this room, before this creature was made, a wizard who specialized in ice magic, right now of all times I forget the name of the plant. What were you going to be before this, Galarian? What was the race?
Lauren.
Florin. And a wizard, a human wizard, a Florin, and a mimic were in this room. The human, you have determined based on things you found around the room that they were not friendly toward each other. The mimic ended up eating the wizard and the Florin while the wizard was doing a ritual spell. This created unstable magic which bound them all into one creature. The mimic did not want to be this creature. The Florin had no intelligence left, no say in what it became, and the wizard was the plant. So what happened was unstable magic explosion caused unholy creature. Also, Annabelle, as a side note, this wine cellar is the church's wine cellar, and this is the wine that they use at all meetings, or was.
Ah, gotcha.
This was holy wine made for sermons and stuff.
Gotcha, okay.
If you look hard enough, you might be able to find a bottle of holy wine still intact.
She, upon realizing this, looks around, slightly said, Oh, we're in a chapel basement, and this is their supply of wine. Oh, and that's unfortunate. So, go ahead, sorry.
So, all of that culminated in what we just killed in a chapel basement. Do you realize how strange and unlikely that all sounds, but it happened?
Well, we are currently talking to a chest, whom the wide world thought was extinct from about 1,000 years ago, and there appears to be a gorgeous
From those same texts made them out to be complete mindless killers.
And we're currently speaking to a pony that seems to be made of stars. I think there's quite a bit to be unexpected to be expected.
Sorry, I was gone for a second. What have I missed?
Everything.
Being a smart aleck,
Just
Okay.
the party marveling at its own composition.
pretty much.
Okay. Do you all sooner or later head back to the bar, or OC, are you gonna look for that bottle?
She is going to. She's going to do. She's going to harvest some things from this creature that look interesting. Because remember,
You
she.
find maple syrup in bottled maple syrup. Don't question it. Bottled maple syrup.
Very good.
Snow, that's because you're here.
I mean, you can get that, so I'm not seeing the problem here.
You find a skull.
You
that
find
seems-
Aunt Jemima.
You find it. You know what, Galarian? You're right. You find Aunt Jemima.
Oh no.
Ah,
Yes, the
and
powerful
then-
wizard.
because two creatures, a Florin and a wizard, were mixed, you find a skull that seems to be one piece, but two skulls matched together magically.
Yes, the creature known as the wizard.
So it.
It's
So
a
it's a mix of
human
it-
skull
so
with
it's a
a
mix of
Florin
it-
skull that's somehow one skull, but two skulls.
Ooh, okay. When she sees that, her eyes light up, it's like, ooh.
Everything else is just maple syrup goop, not bottled, and leaves.
Gotcha.
I will
The
note
wood-
that Vex is a
Wood
very
is all gone because Vex ate it.
well. There might be some from the barrel left, but
No, you
Oh.
ate it. Oh,
all right, cool. That was actually kind of the plan. So
consumed.
Okay.
Aunt Jemima gift gone.
devour.
And there's nothing. And there's not. Is there anything left of the mimic?
Like I said, Vex ate it, consumed. Unless you want to open Vex's mouth and reach in there and see what you find, it's gone.
We can pass. That's all right.
I have a feeling that was a wise decision on your part.
Well, after finding
I would respectfully decline. Anyways, so
Also, another thing about this skull, it radiates magic and bloodlust. You can feel the bloodlust coming from it, and you can feel magic from it too.
Mm-hmm.
This
I
seems
will
to
note.
be a very magical skull.
I will
And you know
note that
about what, Vex?
Vex has a very serious expression when he's looking at the skull and also at kind of the mangled remains.
What's his expression?
Very serious,
Gotcha.
Not
concerned.
exactly the happiest camper kind of expression.
She examines the skull quite closely.
Do any of you wish to look around the room for anything else, considering this was an old chapel wine cellar?
Sure. What do I need to roll?
Perception, and tell me which wall you're looking at.
Which wall?
North, south, east, or west. I will allow everybody to do one wall.
East.
East wall.
I'll look at
That
the
is the
north
wall.
wall.
East. I thought you said weast.
You look at what wall, Clint?
North.
The north wall. That is the wall farthest away from the door, where they stored the wine bottles. Most of them are smashed, but you end up finding one perfectly preserved, chilled bottle of holy wine. Looking at the label, it is in a language that you do not know, unless tell me your languages real quick.
I know Common, Horse, Celestial, Druidic, and Alpic.
That reminds me of something that I'll ask you about after session.
You do catch some celestial words, but it seems to be not a fully celestial language.
Okay.
It seems to predate your life, even.
Oh, it's old.
Vex, that is all you find. Vex, you search the south wall. That is the door, in the wall in which the door is located. Also, one thing, those those vines, the magic in them created the looping effect that you guys were going through. It was the magic inside the vine specific.
Because the magic inside our hearts all along.
Yep, you have to Kalima your hearts out to get past that doorway.
Oh dear.
Understood.
Anyway, Vex. The south wall is largely empty except for a small golden cross that you find somewhat buried underneath the chest. You are not of the magical type, therefore cannot recognize if it is magical or not, but you found it.
I'm going to show it to the rest of the party.
It is covered in many cobwebs, enough that you wouldn't be able to tell that it was a gold cross unless you wiped it off.
I will wipe it off and show it to the rest of the party.
Annabelle, you, in particular, take great notice to this cross.
She...
Which god do you worship again? I think
Kelmvor.
This is your god's symbol.
Her eyes will look at it, and it'll grow quite wide, and she'll reach out and grab it with a sense of reverence. Where did you find this?
Corner.
Corner.
Well, thank you.
This seems slightly awkward to you, Annabelle, as this church is of a different god than what your god is. But this is a very rare trinket that you have seen before. There are several of these, but they are very rare.
She has a warm smile on her face, and kind of holds it close to her heart. I'm a devotee of Kelmvor, you see, and this is one of his. But what is it doing here? Can I make a religion check to determine who this is dedicated to?
Yes.
Alright. Sure, I'll roll D20. Um, 18.
This is from an archbishop of your religion that went missing 4 years ago.
Fancy.
My question was actually about the chapel we were in and who it was dedicated to.
Oh.
We just gonna roll that while we're here.
Yes, please roll that. I'm sorry, I thought you were asking who the cross was dedicated to.
Oh no, I am glad for that information though. That's very useful. 18 again.
This is dedicated to a, I don't have the god right here, but it's dedicated to a church that worships nature.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a nature god.
All right.
Thus the holy grape and the wine and all that.
You know what
Gotcha,
that
okay.
means? And on the fort they have Burning Man.
Mythos, you look at the west wall that seems particularly empty, except for one stone that seems slightly pushed out.
I push it. Oh, I want to try pulling, then pushing.
Hmm.
Good thing you pulled first. Because it's a trap if you push, a doorway if you pull.
Well,
You pull it out, and the floor goes deeper. It does that Indiana Jones thing where the floor turns into stairways down. It reveals not a very large room, but a room about the size of half a person. Inside are several chests, all marked with the symbol of the church. Do you desecrate the church, or do you walk away?
Oh my
I'm
god,
going to
not my
look
problem.
around.
Yikes.
I'm not going to actually open any chests or anything.
Also, all of you in the room very much hear this open. Mythos, to you it looks like it hasn't been opened in very many years. Considering the cobweb value and amount.
I'm going to take a look around in this like new room, but I'm not actually going to touch anything.
There are 3 chests, one on either side and one in front of you. The one in front of you looks a lot more decorative than the ones on either side. Do you want to do anything with that, or do you want to let the party come in? Because only one person will fit in here at a time.
I'm going to step out of the room and let them know like what's in that little room.
I'm not catering to Annabelle, I swear. This is what was here before he made his character.
Look,
But Annabelle,
to be fair, you pulled out almost all my teeth, so we could totally pretend that this is kind of like to make up for that, right?
this was made before you made your character, okay? You just made a character that's perfect for the very first room.
the DM giveth and the DM taketh away.
Annabelle,
Yes.
that symbol you have in your hand is the same symbol that is on the very ornate chest right in the smack dab middle of that little room.
She looks very confused.
In fact, that thing that you're holding, if X hadn't rolled one higher than the find DC, you wouldn't have found, seems to be a key to that chest.
She
Huh.
looks at it, goes down the
Do I notice how the symbols are the same as well?
You do. It's
Yeah,
very
I'm
easy to tell that this symbol and the symbol on the box are the same.
Then I'm just gonna.
And it's very weird that this symbol is doing something in this church. Because they never got along well.
I'm going to look at Annabelle and say, well, it seems like they smiling down on you. Seems that chest pretty much belongs to you.
It's strange. This here, she holds up the cross, belonged to an Archbishop of Kelmore that disappeared you said 4 weeks ago?
4 years ago.
Oh, 4 years ago. It disappeared about 4 years ago. And it's here in this...
I will note that this was a very big deal in your church. That this person went missing.
Yeah, I figured as such.
And you will also note that these 2 churches never got along well. Their gods are not on speaking terms with each other.
And... it makes no sense for this to be in this chapel. Our two faiths don't exactly align with each other. In fact, I probably would not be welcome company here if it were still staffed. But yet, this
As if you
Archbishop-
staff a wine cellar.
Well, there's-
Speaking like in
I get it.
It would be-
overall.
it would
If
be
it was
part of a
still in
broader-
commission.
But
yes.
well,
yet,
that's quite the mystery, isn't it?
Also, I'm sure there's a god of wine out there, so you know.
yes, it vexes me so.
You snuck that one in there. I'll let you have it.
I mean, if you, as you said, if your faith and whatever this one was for didn't get along, I mean, first thought that pops to my head is some, unsavory acts.
Do you wish to open the chest, Annabelle?
She will head down there. And
It's more like crouch down there. It's a very small crawl space.
that's fair. How long does the spell take to cast? Oh no, I got rid of it. That's right. Okay, never mind then. I will not cast. Oh no, I do have augury. Okay. Oh right, I don't. Wait, no. Yes, I was gonna do that anyways because I can shift that real quick. Yeah, let's shift that real quick. Give me a second. I went through and discovered several of my spells had material components I was not anticipating.
Nah.
Alright, that's not how you spell bones at all. Alright. She is going to sit down and she is going to pull out some scored bones that she has on her. And I'm going to cast Augury.
And this does what?
Basically I cast the spell and I ask my deity if my next course of action is a good or a bad idea. And you
Oh,
give
it's
me...
this spell. Okay.
Yeah, you
it's,
give me...
It's good idea, bad idea, neither or both.
Yeah, basically. Specifically... There's Augury, here we are. It takes 1 minute to cast.
Okay. Now I shall tell you it is both.
Wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results, and nothing if it's neither particularly good or bad.
What's the good and bad?
Wheel and woe. I feel both of those.
You
And
feel both.
Specifically the idea of if I open this, will this be... Is opening this a good or bad thing?
Yes,
It's both.
that is the answer.
Alright, and then her... I believe those bones are consumed, which makes me very sad, but so be it.
Well, but I mean, the spell worked, so.
It's true, it's true. It
It's
just
not
does-
decidedly bad or good. It might go any number of ways.
The problem is they cost money. They cost 25 GP, so... Yeah. Alright. 1 second.
You are the only person who would take this long to open a chest.
No, I'm sorry, someone PM'd me. Alright,
I don't know. I could see myself doing it too.
alright, so she will utter a small prayer to Kelmvor, and she will open the chest.
You place the golden cross symbol into the golden cross symbol shaped opening in the chest. The chest hisses as it opens, as if it's been closed for a while and acquired an airlock.
I ready to attack it for a moment before realizing what's actually happening.
You open the chest, you peer inside, and to your shock and horror are the bones of the Archbishop that are missing, as well as his clothes, and any spellcasting stuff he had on him.
She will look in there and close
The good
her eyes.
part of this is you found you ended the mystery. The bad part is you found the end of the mystery.
She closes her eyes for a moment.
Wheel and woe indeed.
Lets out a breath. I'm guessing this chest is rather large and heavy.
The chest itself is, yes.
Okay. So I'm
But,
guessing. I'm
you
guessing a
know how
9.
you detect a lot of holy magic?
Uh huh.
These bones are as if they were the holy magic themselves. They seem to be literally made of holy magic. That's
Right,
how
sh-
much radiation they're giving off.
All right. Well, once she's suffered enough radons to catch cancer, she'll remove the bones very carefully and very respectfully. And just
Also,
put it,
I will note that you can tell that these are his. A, because his clothes are there, and B, because he had a very telltale defect on his head,
gotcha.
which was a caved-in eye socket where you could very clearly see it.
Yeah, she'll acquire the
Here's
bone
how it was like opening that chest.
and she'll quietly fold up the. She's doing all this quietly, and she'll quietly fold up the vestiture, and she'll put it on her person as well. And then she'll just sort of sit there in silence for a moment.
If you peer into the box again, you will find a very old piece of paper.
She will acquire the piece of paper.
This piece of paper doesn't exactly say anything anymore as the text is too faded, but you can very clearly tell it was handwritten by him.
I'm guessing a mending spell wouldn't fix it.
Nope.
Okay.
This is irreparable. It's more of a memento than more of a, like, a sentimental value. That's what this is now.
She'll
There
also
is
fold it-
somebody, his wife in particular, that might want this.
She folds it up and tucks it away.
Yes, the holy man has. Shush.
That can happen.
No, that's normal.
It would depend. It would depend on like the specifics rather than.
I mean, in my church, it's most of our leaders are married.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Okay. Well,
Uh,
as we are over time, would you guys wanting to continue opening chests and head to the bar? Or do you want to call it now and do that the rest of that next session?
Call it now, because I am getting tired.
It is pretty late.
Yes.
Like, that one point whenever, like, during combat where y'all, like, when he's like, okay, Mythos, what are you doing? Mythos. I actually fell asleep.
Oh,
Ah, that's what happened.
you sounded like you just woken up.
Like, for that one moment, I just
I
completely
have
zonked
all
out.
of this written down, so when we come back, I'll be able to pick up right now. But
Cool.
I will note that we will not be coming back in 2 weeks because OC will be gone. And I want every player here for every session. That is how
Oh
we'll be
no,
running this.
I can't believe OC died.
Alrighty.
Didn't